Hey crafty friends, Missy here from This Craft or That. A while back I opened up an Etsy shop and since then decided to open up my own website. So I conned my youngest son, whom I love and adore and thank very much, for creating a website for me. I thought I'd give you a little bit of background as to what I do and how I got here in this point in time of my life. I started very young with the help of my mother. My mom and I did a lot of crafting together, and she taught me how to crochet and she taught me how to sew at a very young age. I have a real love for sewing. I have a real love for crafting, period, but sewing and fabric have just been my biggest love for a good portion of my life, and I really have the fabric stash to show it, to prove it. Later on, my mom and I decided we'd learn how to cross stitch together, and so we picked up cross stitch, and that was just kind of something we did for the longest time, just the two of us together. One thing I didn't learn how to do when I was younger was learn how to knit, and a while back, probably about 10 years or so, I decided it was time to learn how to knit. I learned how to crochet, I learned how to sew, and all these other things, so I really decided I wanted to learn how to knit. So, with help of YouTube and some friends and family, I learned how to knit. And then I took a magic loop class, and I don't know if you've ever heard of that. If you have not or don't know how to do magic loop, you really need to learn how to do it. But I took my class through the Yarn Garden in Charlotte, Michigan. Lindsay owns the shop over there, and she is just a wonderful person, and taught a very good class on how to learn how to knit and magic loop. It's used to knitting around, and it's just wonderful. It's just the best way to knit and around, in my own opinion. You don't have to deal with double points and a bunch of other stuff, so it's a great way to go, and you can pretty much convert any pattern over into magic loop. I also got into weaving. I have some rigid heddle looms, and I have a four shaft floor loom that I'm learning to weave on. I've done some jewelry making, some in the past, and just it was something that I like to do, but not a lot. But I have lately been making some charms for, just zipper bags or zipper pulls or bracelets, pretty much anything you want to put them on. My husband also bought me an embroidery machine a while back, and I really love my embroidery machine. It's a lot of fun to be able to just not only embroider on apparel and different things, but I've done a lot of in the hoop projects too it's just so much fun. It's very addicting. And talking about addicting, I've gotten into dyeing my own yarn. I really love to hand dye my own yarn. It's been a lot of fun, and just it's fun to create. It's the closest I've come to actually being artistic. Tell people there's a very big difference between being crafty and actually artistic. It takes a lot to draw or paint, and I can't even draw a stick figure. So yarn dyeing is about as close as I've ever come to actually being artistic. It's a lot of fun playing with the different colors and coming up with different looks of how colors go together. So I have some here today to show you some different products. I have my yarn. I have some that's fingering weight and silk. I have the superwash and silk. Some that's just your regular sock yarn. That would be nylon and superwash. And I also have some superwash merino with cashmere. And you can see here I've just gone a little crazy with colors. And this is not even half of. I've got tons of yarn that is listed out on the website. I've also done some key fobs, and these fit over a woman's wrist very nicely. A man's hand is a little bit too big to get through there, but these are very nice. They're lined and quilted in the hoop projects that I've done. Many different colors and different things I've gotten into. I also have some quilted little zipper bags that I've made in the hoop. And then some of these zipper bags I have just sewn together. And they all have some lining in there and nice little zippers on them, and many different colors and styles, shapes and sizes. And my charms, this little alpaca one is my absolute favorite charm. He's just so darn cute. You just can't help but love him. He's enamel and gold. And I have some of these little sheep, different colors of the sheep, and silver sheep. I have a little sewing machine. All of these are listed on the website, so if you want to go out on the website and look and see what's out there, I'll be adding more as I go. I also conned my husband into making some of these little crates. You can see this one's painted, but they're adorable, and they're just like the right size for just about anything. This one has been burned with a torch, and then we put some mineral oil to seal it and protect it, and they can be used for a lot of different things. So if you want to go on out to my website, the link will be below. I also am on Instagram and Facebook. Those links will be below as well. And if you really like this channel, I ask that you subscribe to it, like, comment, and I will be trying to put a video a week out. I'm not for sure exactly how much I will be doing or what I'll be doing, other than maybe keeping you up to date as to what I'll be doing and the different projects I'm working on. And hope you just have fun, and hope to see you back here. So go find your craft treasure, and happy hunting. Later.